Hey, this is a very sick WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today is Easter, so I wanted to make a video that was somehow related to Easter, so I decided why not show you two little Easter eggs that are on Jungle Rock Island that you may or may not know about. And I thought they were kind of interesting, and just makes you think, why are these here? Anyways, while I'm driving to those, I might as well mention what car I have. I have the custom version of the 200BX, not to be confused with the Demon version. It's kind of confusing because there are two versions of this vehicle that are basically both modified stock versions that aren't like a race or rally one. And they're kind of similar, they're just really fast cars, but this one has the improved suspension where the Demon doesn't. Anyways, the first thing I want to take a look up is right around here, so we'll be getting to it real soon, and I know I'm going to overshoot it because I always do, so let me slow down right now. And I think I just see it around this corner. Yes, there it is. So the first thing I want to take a look at is this little building right here. Now this thing is just a tiny building. You can see it's not that much bigger than my car. And it appears to be some sort of pillbox. Now if we go into the map editor with F11, and then we select this building, and we go over here and hover over it to get the name of the actual building, you notice that it says JRI Japanese Bunker. So I have to get the idea in my mind that this is some sort of Japanese pillbox on this island. So it makes you wonder, where would the island possibly be located if it has a pillbox on it? And by the way, if you select a building while your car is leaning on it, your car will go right through it. Now the building doesn't actually have an interior or anything like that. If you try to take a look on the inside, there's absolutely nothing. But it's just kind of interesting that that's there. So now to go on to the next thing, we're going to go ahead and reset the car. And switch up the car too, just because. So we'll switch it to a, let's go with a mid-range kind of Sunburst. And then this one is a little bit farther away, so it will take a bit to drive to it. But once we get there, you'll get to see it. And my throat is starting to make it feel like I'm going to cough. So if there's any points in the near future where I just go silent, that's because I'm having a coughing fit. And it's a really terrible cold I've been having too. I kind of can give this as a video to give you an update about that because there's not much to talk while we're driving. I've been sick for like a week, and it seems like it's not even getting better. I don't know, man, it sucks. Like right now I'm almost whispering just because that's the only way I can talk without getting into a terrible coughing fit, or for my voice to like get really scratchy and awful sounding. Like if I kind of whisper, you don't notice how bad my voice actually sounds, but it sounds terrible if I was to talk in a normal voice. And it's kind of funny, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm trying to like hide that fact, so I try to talk deep and it just sounds even worse than normal. And it's terrible. It's terrible. And I eventually realized the only thing I can do to kind of hide that is to just basically whisper. So anyways, we are just going to keep driving for a while. And I don't know if this is the optimal path to get to where I want to go, but it is a way to get to where I want to go. I know if I take this path, we'll get there, but it does take a little bit of time. It's a fun path though. We got lots of good corners and stuff. Right here, another big old corner. Oops, that was not supposed to happen. I don't think we damaged the car in any significant way, thankfully. Gotta have a little bit of crashing though. This is BeamNG.drive after all. Oh, I did damage it a little bit. It doesn't feel like it quite wants to drive straight, and now it doesn't even want to stay on the road properly. I can manage it, but this is inconvenient. Oh, we're gonna do it again. Goodbye, bumper. I didn't need you anyways. Actually, yes, I did. You were very useful to me in that specific situation where I almost crashed. Now we should be about 3/4 of the way, I think, and we'll be getting to where I want to go shortly. And this is very similar to the thing you saw before, in that it's just a thing that makes you think, huh, why does this place have that? So it makes you wonder, like, where could it be located and what is its history, mostly? Like, if you were to make a history to this island, what would it be, is really the question I have here. And just gotta keep driving for a bit. Not much to say while you're driving. Especially when you start to question, am I going the right way? This doesn't feel like I went the right way. It feels like I took a wrong turn. I don't think I'm going the right way. I think I made a mistake. And the only way to know for certain is if I was to start flying in the air and looking all around me to figure out if I did or not. I don't think I did, but it feels like I've been driving for a little bit too long, you know? It's like, wait a minute. It didn't take this long the first time I drove here, did it? But maybe it did. Actually, yes, it did, because I know where I am now. I'm an idiot. And I overshot my turn. I totally overshot my turn. So anyways, we are just about there. We're going to go on this dirt road just for a tiny bit. Now we're going to look at this from two different angles. From down here, you can see there's kind of like a castle. It looks like a castle wall. There's basically a castle up there, at least the remains of a castle or something up there. And it's just kind of makes you go, well, why would there be a castle there? I don't know why there would be a castle there because I have no idea where Jungle Rock Island would even be located on a map. But it shows that there were people who were building castles once lived on this island. And then eventually there was some sort of fight going on where the Japanese were building pillboxes on this island. And it has a port and stuff, so it seems like it'd be in a pretty important location for all that to be happening. Just kind of interesting. So you can see the remains of the castle a little bit right there. And I just thought it was kind of cool to see that there was a castle here. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I told you it'd be a nice short video, but it is kind of interesting seeing those things, I thought. And like I said, you may or may not know about those. They weren't exactly super hidden or anything like that. You just had to know where to look. So, till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya. And if you do celebrate Easter, happy Easter, guys. Hopefully you get to have fun doing whatever you do for Easter.